Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about 12.2.2, which is gene therapy. Gene therapy is when DNA is introduced into the patient to treat a genetic disease. So we have the DNA molecule which is introduced into a patient to treat a genetic disease. The new DNA usually contains a functioning gene to correct the effects of a disease-causing gene. So the new DNA will have some. So imagine this is red color part of the DNA. So it has some blue genes, which are functioning genes. Because of the functioning genes, we can correct the effects of a disease-causing gene. Here, the gene is being inserted into a patient's cell and tissues to treat a disease. Let's look into this picture for easy understanding. So basically, the first step here is the cells are taken out from the patient. So here, the cells are taken out from the patient and just forget it right now. Then we have the virus molecule. What we do in this virus molecule is that because it is a dangerous pathogen, we remove all the replication related enzymes from it so that it does not produce any progeny viruses or any daughter viruses. So now the gene of interest, this blue color part that you're seeing is our gene of interest. It is being inserted into the viral vector. And this viral vector is allowed to infect the cells, the patient cells. The patient cells are allowed to be infected by the virus, and then the cells become transgenic. What do you mean by transgenic? When you see that as a DNA that is then there, we insert the DNA into a patient. This DNA gets incorporated. So for example, this is the patient's DNA. This functioning gene that you see in blue color gets incorporated into the genome of an organism. The person becomes a transgenic organism. Then this transgenic cell is inserted, these cells become transgenic and is injected back into the patient's body. Let's look into the case study now. So the first clinical gene therapy was given in 1990 to a 4-year-old girl with adenosine deaminase deficiency. Let's look into this ADA deficiency. So here in this blue color, you can see that this is a ADA gene. I'll use a different color so that it does not confuse you. So this is a blue color gene that you can see is the ADA gene. This will produce adenosine deaminase. And what does adenosine deaminase do? It builds immunity. Okay, so what happens when we don't have this adenosine deaminase gene? It will not produce adenosine deaminase and it will not build immunity. So it causes really big problems for immunity. So this enzyme is crucial for the immune system to function. This disorder is caused due to the deletion of the gene for adenosine deaminase. So in this case, as you can see, this gene, blue color gene, is not present here. So that means the deletion of the gene has taken place. Gene therapy treatment. So gene therapy treatment, in your book, they have mentioned 2 treatment methods. One is bone marrow transplantation. Other one is enzyme replacement therapy. So let's look into the procedure for gene therapy. I've explained it before also, but for easy understanding, I'll again explain. So this is the human body here. So we take the lymphocyte cells. We take the blood cells from the human body, and then we have this retroviral vector. This retroviral vector, we have a genome. This genome is removed from the retroviral vector and we insert the gene of interest. So here, our gene of interest is ADA. We insert ADA gene into the viral vector. So we have ADA gene. This is the ADA gene and we insert it into the viral vector. Then we allow this retroviral vector to infect the lymphocyte cells. This yellow color part, you just imagine these are lymphocytes. So we allow this retroviral vector to infect the lymphocytes and then we transfer these lymphocytes back into the organism or human body. So this is referred to as ex vivo. Ex vivo is meaning of ex vivo is that we take cells from the human body and do some laboratory methods. Like we transfuse the cells, we allow the retroviral to infect the cells, we allow the retroviral to infect the lymphocyte cells in the laboratory, and then we transfer the cells back into the patient. That is referred to as ex vivo. So let me look into the text now. As a first step towards gene therapy, lymphocytes from the blood of the patient are grown in a culture outside the body. So the lymphocytes are taken out of the body, as I mentioned before, A functional ADA-cDNA gene using a retroviral vector is then introduced into these lymphocytes, which are subsequently returned to the patient. As I mentioned that the ADA gene has been incorporated into the retroviral vector, and the retroviral vector is allowed to infect the lymphocytes, and then it is transfused or returned back to the patient. However, as these cells are not immortal, the problem with this gene therapy is that the cells are not immortal. They die after a week to a few months. So we need to repeatedly inject this lymphocytes or into engineered lymphocytes into the human patient. So limitation is that as these cells are not immortal. Immortal means they live forever. But in this case, these are mortal. They will die at some point. The patient requires periodic infusion of such genetically engineered lymphocytes. But in certain cases, gene therapy can be a complete cure too. So however, if the gene isolate, just forget isolate here, if the gene from the marrow cells producing ADA is introduced into cells at early embryonic stages. So if we insert the gene into an embryonic stage, the stage when a baby is actually developing, that stage, it could be a permanent cure. So it's very important for the doctors to diagnose this genetic disorder in the earlier stages of pregnancy. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any doubts, please mention them in the comments down below, and also mention your topics that you have not understood in your textbook. I can make a video on that as well. Thank you.